Howdy and welcome back. This is Ethelred, the worst Civ player on YouTube. Let's play some Civ. And tonight's episode brought to you by codeine and caffeine because I have been sick off my butt for days. And literally off my butt, like in bed, not able to move. So I think the codeine cough syrup I took should stifle a cough sufficiently that I can record. And, how are we going to move our units into battle? I think that I'm going to check to see if that's good. That's no longer an issue. We will move our knights up to the flank and bring our catapults along behind. This fellow can pop down here into the city. This knight who's almost dead can come down here into the city to heal. And the scout can also come into the city area to heal. Someone told me in the last episode if I annex the city I can burn it, and suggested that I consider keeping the city as it's not really hurting me any. It does have river access. It's got access to this inland sea here, which could be useful, especially if I end up prosecuting an extended campaign against the Vikings. I don't know. Let's think about this. This is not an inland sea, though, is it? That actually opens right up to the Atlantic. Oh, that is kind of a neat idea. Because then with the Atlantic, I'll be able to come down here and have control over the shores of the Irish, or excuse me, the Celtish and the Portuguese. So that's not a bad idea. Now, no, I don't think I'm going to go fight those guys. That would not be useful. What else? Let's look at our cities and what we're busy doing. We are 4 turns away from being done with Oxford University. Poltavka should not be working on wealth generation. I would like to do Circus Maximus, but we need to finish 2 other Colosseums in Andronovo and Tamattarcha. So let's check those places. Andronovo is 13 turns away. Tamattarcha is 21. So that's not going to happen for a little while. Other than that, is there... Actually, you know what? When we get military science, the Brandenburg Gate would be perfect for this city. But that is 12 turns away. So what can we do in 12 turns, which would be of the most use for us in this city? I think that, I think I really have no good options here, honestly. There's 1 slot for great work of writing, plus have a monument in all cities, plus 25. This is basically an expensive garden, right? Yeah, it is. I might as well just build a garden. No. Let's just do research. I feel like I'm really cheesing out on what that city should be doing. Speaking of gardens, but Srubna is my city where I'm planning on doing cultural generation. So, if anyone's going to get a national epic, it'll be Srubna. Samaria is working on the observatory, which is an obvious win. So I think all of the cities are doing the right things. Alright, so with all of that done, let's skip to the next turn. Enemy Berserker, that's this guy attacked my pikeman. Fine. And where are we in history? 1405. I don't have anything to talk about in 1405. Where did we leave off? It's been about a week that I've been sick. Vasily I stopped paying tribute to the Mongols, and his missionaries at that time were moving both north and east, setting up monasteries throughout the lands surrounding Moscow to spread, A, to spread the Orthodox faith, and B, to act as like post offices for the Muscovite government, which is not to say that they were delivering mail, but rather that they were the federal office building in a small town. So if you needed to interact with the central government of Moscow, you would go to the monastery. Excuse me as I take a drink of my coffee. Alright, bring this guy in here. This pikeman is going to continue to defend while, son of a biscuit, I can't. Alright. I was hoping I could attack over with this catapult, with this trebuchet, but no, because we're standing in forests, we can't. That's rough terrain. So, I think I'm going to have both these knights up here heal. This knight over here in the woods, why is he over here? This does not seem like a... Oh, that's why he's there. Okie doke. Well, that's very interesting. Yeah, retreat. So, got it. Good reason why he's there. Very good reason. Got it. So, we'll find some way to deal with that. And I think that this cannon was tribute from a militaristic city-state. So we will bring the cannon up to Roskilde, which, if I keep this city, I'm definitely going to rename it something like Novgorod. But I haven't really made up my mind on whether or not I'm going to keep it or not. World's Fair is coming up in a few turns. Poltavka has grown, still at 5 happiness. Happiness and economy is doing fine. Next, 1410, we do have something here. Vasily II, son of... I don't know how to pronounce this. Is it Basil or Basil? Anyway, so Basil I, I guess, died. Yes, he died off, I guess, of normal causes. Oh yeah, that's right. This gets into a mess. So Vasily II takes the throne at 10 years old. And I remember this now. So Vasily II, son of Basil I, took the throne at the age of 10 after Basil's natural death. Unfortunately, Dmitri, who had been such a powerful leader earlier and had given when he died, he passed on the Duchy of Moscow to his son Basil I. He left a note, a document saying, if my son dies, then, go ahead and make this other guy Duke or King. I think they called it Duke, but it was basically a king. And this was, because kids didn't live all that long. Kids had short life expectancies. And what Dmitri meant was, if my son dies as a child, then it will pass to his younger brother. Well, that didn't happen, and Basil I lived for a long time and had a long, productive rule. But when Basil I died and passed it to Basil II, who was also his son, who was 10 years old, then Basil's younger brother said, oh, wait, I got a document that says that when you die, I'm supposed to be king, even though it's like 30 years hence, right? And it's not keeping with the spirit of the document, but it's keeping with the letter of the document. And he said, I should be duke, not Basil II. So this meant civil war. The brother's name was Yuri, and he went off to the Mongols for help. He said, I want to be duke. Basil II got it. Basil II got the duchy, and he was in charge. But Yuri said, dude, you suck. I've got this valid claim. I've got this old piece of paper. It's a valid claim. And if you're not going to honor it, then I will come back with the Mongols. And you're going to regret not honoring it, because I'm going to get you. All right. So there's Yuri stewing off in his own bile. Now, what did we do here? What's this? What did this? this unit just walk here? I think that's what it did. It just arrived here by walking here. We're going to bring it over here and have it do furs. Alright, so I think that we can just have this knight guarding our northern flank heal. These two trebuchets are effectively waiting. This pikeman is healing. Oh, but look, I wish I could shoot at that. Son of a biscuit, I didn't mean to move him. At that embarked. Yeah, so that berserker is gonna land someplace and it ain't gonna be cool. You know what? I'll make the best out of a bad situation by having moved that trebuchet and use that trebuchet as cover for Dmitri. Just fortify, bro. Just fortify. Same with you. Next. Oh yeah, I forgot about my scout off in the middle of nowhere. And I must have populated the tile where this cannon was going. Gunpowder stolen. That reminds me. Let's gather this intelligence, steal a tech, and then reassign Zmaya to Moscow to start defending against all of this. Alrighty. I wish that I was moving faster on Vyborg. Oh look, that berserker landed and went north into friendly territory. That's fine. I was kind of concerned he would land down here. So we did steal a technology. We're going to steal the best that we can get, which I guess will be banking. That's not the best. I would have hoped for better. He got promoted. I'm going to move him to Moscow on defense. And Roskilde needs to defend itself. Done. Next, we've got this archer. Holy smokes. Man, there are so many barbs up here. I'm like having to spend a significant amount of my military just defending from barbs during this campaign. Using grasp on Hanoi. So, but now we've got a great general up here at the front. I'm going to practice patience and just let everybody heal. We're not going to rush things unnecessarily. Aha! Farm is done for Srubna. Now, since this is going to be my cultural city, what will I guess I'll need food more than anything. I think specialists consume twice as much food. Wow. I'm pretty impressed I was able to kill that knight with just one hit. Now let's retreat and see if this hand axe follows us. Hopefully it won't. I don't feel like persecuting a full-fledged war against barbs. Excuse me while I drink my coffee. No coughs yet. Doing pretty good. Pan, no, I don't need open borders with you. Year is 1420. At this time, Yuri has arrived at the Mongols, and the Mongols say, "Oh yeah, you've got our support." So what do the Mongols do? They give Yuri a piece of paper which says, "We Mongols think that you should honor Dmitri's paper." So what he's got two pieces of paper now and no army. And so he has to go back to Moscow with no army. We completed Oxford University, so we will go ahead and get ourselves... Oh, look, we can get fertilizer at 14 turns. We'll do that. And now we are producing a lot more food. And we're industrial. How awesome is that? Spy's been recruited. So we will put this spy on defense in Poltavka. We're number 1 in literacy and population. Great. That's not bad. Moscow's ready for something. Okay, oh yes, we're done with Oxford University. And you know what I'm going to do here now? I'm going to get the Forbidden Palace. Because, you know, my last game when I was doing the diplomacy win, I thought, you know, I realized how much value 2 delegates has. I previously thought, 2 delegates, who cares about 2 delegates? But, actually, I think 2 delegates is probably worth it. And look, there's this negative 10% unhappiness from citizens in non-occupied cities. That seems really cool. And since I've been on the knife's edge with unhappiness the entire time. Oh, criminally. Yeah, hee. You're gone. No more you. Why is it taking these guys so long to heal? Or is it just that I'm talking so much? Fortify your spots. So yeah, we'll go ahead and do the Forbidden Palace. Are we working the tiles that I want to work? I think roughly we are. Yeah, I think roughly we are. Okay. Hey, that Berserker is embarked again. I really wish I had some ranged units to kill you with.
Ireis considerar esta oferta?
What a tempting offer. No. 1425. So I'm doing my history in 10-year increments, so I don't have anything to say until 1430. And no longer friends with Hanoi. That didn't seem to change our happiness situation at all. And look, our economy is actually doing fairly good. That scientist has been born. How long until these Colosseums are done? We've got military science yet? No. So we'll continue to do science. New automatic faith selection? Fine. Let's go for a great engineer. And Roskilde has grown. Oh, dandy. Nice. So nice. Let's go ahead and deploy him. Great. More science. And we're going to improve that silk. I think that means that I'll have a tradable silk. Right now, I do have a tradable fur and ivory. And I don't really think copper. So fur and ivory? Did I say ivory? Fur and ivory. Okay. Alright, so let's see if we can trade that with someone. Not somebody who's winning the game. Somebody like China would be my preference.
今天怎么样？
No.
往下说。
How about Egypt?
And now
Oh yeah, you got a wine. In exchange for my furs? What do you want for that?
لا يمكن
You
أن
gotta be
تكون
out of your
جداً في
gourd,
طلبك.
man. How about... This is way more than I should offer you.
لا يمكن
Not
أن
even
تكون
throwing
جدا
it.
في
Okay,
طلبك.
dude, you suck.
أستمع.
Srubna. I think I'm done improving Srubna. I'm gonna come down here and build a mine for Poltavka. Marshes. There's nothing I hate worse than marshes. Next. Can we get by all of these dudes? No, we'll show up over here at Egypt and not be able to get by. I would like this scout archer to come home someday, though. Montezuma. No, I don't want to go to war with Montezuma. No. No, I don't even want you going to war with Montezuma. Since you're the top dog, why would I encourage you to beat up on your lesser neighbor? Alright, 1430. Excuse me while I drink. I do have a raspy voice and need to drink. Metallurgy stolen. I'm gonna... Sons of guns. Oh, how frustrating. World's Fair. I guess. Sure. I'm really half-hearted about that, though. I'm still number 1 in tech, but I'm not going to keep a firm position as number 1 in tech if I keep letting everybody else steal from me. So, when do I get police stations or constables? Oh, I've got constables. I should go ahead and... Where's my cities with the highest potential? Poltavka and Moscow? Alright, so Moscow, when you're done with this, build a constabulary. And Poltavka, you can go ahead and get a constabulary now. So let's just cycle through the cities, make sure that we're working the appropriate buildings. Let's put another person on University in Poltavka. Srubna is not working anyone on University. It should. Yep. Oh, don't lose your Writers Guild. Alright, Samaria. We'll get one on University too. Yeah, right. And Andronovo. Yeah, this will slow down my growth, but not in a bad way. Alright. Heal up. I think that we're almost at the point now where we can go another step. I wish I could promote that scout. So what do you guys think? You think I should get open borders with Egypt in order to bring that scout home? I'm feeling like maybe that would not be the most horrible idea. And I still haven't decided on Roskilde. World's Fair passed. Whoop-de-doo. That's aggravating. It's aggravating because now I feel like I need to prioritize it. Yeah, but that's like all we're going to prioritize it. Unless, yeah, we also do it after the garden but before the World's Fair. Okay, a proposal. Again, what to do? Standing army now, cultural heritage sites. I don't want to offend anybody. Let's just do natural heritage sites. And Spain, who's not winning by any stretch of the imagination, shouldn't gain too greatly from that. We will fortify. And we will move now on Viborg next turn. And it's going to be painful because I'm going to be going through a marsh and into city bombardment. But at least they don't have any range units here, though they do have their specialty units to defend. It's not going to be the prettiest campaign in the world, honestly. Alright, so I think we'll bring him up. And march in like that. Can we pull back now? No. I don't need to get too close to Kaopeng because then we'll be in bombardment from multiple sources. Alrighty, we'll do it about like that. This is going to hurt. I anticipate losing a couple of different units. Great. Build me a mine. We've got enough sources of food there that we can handle a food situation. We don't need a lumber mill there. 1% completed on the World's Fair. Alright, here's the point where we ask for open borders.
And
I'm probably not going to get it since he seems unfriendly towards me. What do you want for that? That's ridiculous. I'll sell you iron, but I'm not going to just give it to you. I guess I'm going to come down here and go the long way around. Let's see if that'll work. No, I'm not making peace with you. I'm eating you. My pikeman was bombarded by the city of Viborg. That's unfortunate. 1, 2. Oh yes, I see where he's getting bombarded by Viborg. This is going to be a bad encounter. Damn it, Tarcha has grown. And we have got these buffalo now and another salt that we can improve. We should bring this workman back. Or a workman back. This one's done. We got a road all the way out here, so let's bring him out here and have him work on salt. Oh, fantastic. A barbarian encampment has been discovered. Alright, so this situation is very unpleasant here. I'm not 100% sure what the best way of handling this is. We could... We're gonna get city bombardment. That's gonna hurt. I can't do anything with this trebuchet. Oh look, it can fire. So now I can bring in my pikeman, which is a strong unit here. This pikeman is going to die if I don't back him off. So 1, 2, I could actually embark him in. He might be safer. If I bring a cannon here, and I don't feel like actually fighting this pikeman with either one of my horsemen. But if I move my great general up there, he can defend. And maybe we can move some more horsemen up here to deal with that pikeman. Yeah, we'll do something like this. Hey, I wonder if I could get tribute from Riga. Give me some gold. Sure, thanks. Actually, I've no reason for doing that except then just I want your gold. I saw that he was afraid of me, so I thought I would take the opportunity. Alrighty. Oh yeah, and some time has passed. Let's set this guy to heal and him to heal. 1450. Yeah, Yuri, he didn't give up, so he came back with a army. He managed, I don't know how he got an army. Maybe he bought an army, maybe he knew all the right people. Anyway, so he came in with an army, and he took Moscow via betrayal. He had some friends on the inside. And so with whatever force he'd managed to get, and with the right betrayers in the right places, he managed to take Moscow. And he exiled Basil II. So now he's the Duke of Moscow. But Yuri didn't live very long. I mean, he gets it. He's gone through all his entire life's effort to become Duke of the Grand Duchy of Moscow, and then he dies. And his son takes up the spot. I don't have here what his son's name was, but Basil II didn't just accept being exiled. And he comes back with another army. He gathers up his own small army. And let's see here. Oh, no, he didn't even need an army, excuse me. Basil II, seeing that Yuri had died and that things had passed to his son, had friends and connections with the boyars. Those are like the aristocrats. And he gets to come back in now with like a bloodless coup in, by the boyars. And he got his vengeance, and he blinded those who had betrayed him and contributed to him being exiled. So let's see. Basil II's back in charge. He launched a couple of small military campaigns, and he expanded the Duchy of Moscow to include Suzdal, Novgorod, and a couple of other neighboring lands. So Basil II, when he finally got in power, which he had to deal with his treacherous brother, and then he gets back in, and he blinds the people who betrayed him, then he was effective. He captured Novgorod and all of that. It was super. So, Viborg, you suck, and I'm going to make you pay for your sucking. Just do that. And, I need to bring this cannon in here. I probably should have moved him over here to bring that cannon in. We'll heal him. This guy... Yeah, I did it. So, oh look, there's a crossbowman in there. He probably won't survive this round anyway. Oh, shucks. That means I'm going to need to bring this pikeman back. Yeah. So that was badly done. We're going to now go into the industrial era through science. Now, there was... Oh, actually, I'm already in this industrial area. Well, then... So there's two different theories then about how I could come in now, right? I could... Or what my next steps could be. I could come in through industrialization and build factories. Or I could go the rest of the way to... What? The modern era. Pick an ideology because I go into the modern era. And... Excuse me. My voice is not very good. Excuse me. I could pick order, which only makes sense, right? Because I'm commie. And then I could pick up, if I get it early enough, which I probably will because I'm the science leader, I'd be able to pick up that ability which allows me to build factories in half the time. Which means I could come in through scientific theory, come up here for something like replaceable parts. I think I might do that. So this is going to get ugly because this pikeman needs to be like right there. Not very effective military governance on my part. Yeah, not very good. And I think I'm going to have to quit this game here in a minute because my voice is just flat giving out. We'll move him down here to help the pikeman with any defense he can get. Just cleaning up behind me, not letting barbarians gather. Okay, that's actually not bad, honestly. I don't feel like that went awful. Because losing a knight would not have been as bad as losing this pikeman. So, this is going to be my last turn. We're going to call it for the night. Clear that. So, this guy's going to have to heal up ASAP. Oh, wow. No, I'm not going to promote him to Lancer. So, we are going to fire on Viborg as much as we can. And move about like this. Yeah, this pikeman is dead meat because he's going to get hit 3 times in the next turn unless I... this is so touchy. If I embark him, he can get killed by city bombardment and by the crossbowmen. If I leave him there, he's not even in rough terrain. He's on the plains. He's not getting any kind of benefit there at all. So, how do I take this city now, or I cannot take this city now. I need this pikeman to live till next turn. And if the AI plays its cards right, then it will kill the pikeman if I leave him where he is. Oh. I literally have nowhere I can move this guy. I can't move him back here because these units are out of movement range. I can't attack across a river into a pikeman in rough terrain, and I can't attack the city. And if I embark him in either place, he's going to lose his embarked bonus. This is just awful. All I can hope is that the AI is stupid. I think that's all I can do. So we're going to attack this knight as best as we can. And I think we're just going to call it there. So thank you very much for listening. I hope you had a nice, hope you enjoyed the game. If you liked it, please click like and subscribe for more like this.